they've got the
Yeah.
lovely pond, and it's all
But
gone
you've had
wrong
all the
since.
problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you fell victim. Do you know how old the fish were that you got hold of to begin with when you first got them?
Some of them were only about this big, but
Yeah.
now
Okay.
obviously are really big. So some of them
Yeah.
are actually, I mean, a good portion of the fish we had are actually about 15, 20 years old, I imagine, some of them.
Right, here we go. Yeah. So probably what's played out there, obviously, you've probably benefited from the lack of knowledge to begin with to some extent, because what's probably happened is your pond, that old pond, will have found an equilibrium, a balance, and this is swinging towards a lot of the stuff I do harp on about a lot, even with our big expensive posh ponds and all the rest of it. So nature has basically found its balance, and everything had been, finely tuned. The fish have adapted to the environment because you've never really changed anything. So you've just had the same batch of fish, so all the same problems. They'll have got immunity to any sort of viruses amongst the community and things like that.
Right.
Fully adapted to the water because you're not changing too much, you're not interfering too much, you're not interfering through the filter systems too much. So the whole thing will have just found this superb balance where it is pretty much looking after itself. And because you're not interfering with all this other stuff, the water changes, adding new fish, catching in there, all the rest of it, being modest with your food so as not to create any problems. It's just, it's just clicked. And I see this so often. I've seen it in the years at my dad's shop. These ponds of collections of fish that have been left for all this time, the people never touch them, do very little with them, and they go on for years and years and years, looking absolutely great and surviving. So, that's I think that's what's happened in that instance. So that's where they are. But what happens is as well, and this is what scares me, and this is sometimes what scares me when you see people buying fish from ponds such as your previous one that you described, because moving them out of that environment can be incredibly dangerous for them more than anything.
What you mean, moving them from the pond we initially had in the garden to the new one?
Yes, because they've adapted their whole life to that body of water, the size of its volumes, absolutely everything would have been so stable for all this amount of time, so used to it. Then all of a sudden, and like I say, we see it in fish that move. They get moved out of these ponds where it's a completely different environment. There's more exposure to potentially more problems these fish haven't faced in the 15, 20 years of their existence. All of a sudden they get hit with it, and especially when they're older, recovery is not going to be so easy for them. So you've got that process, and then so what your new pond has become is this, probably what we would call a better environment. But ultimately, those fish won't have encountered anything like new pond syndrome for a start. They might have done early on, but they've overcome it. They've had massive stability for all this time in that pond. And all of a sudden, you've gone and hit them with a wave of nitrite and ammonia, which is normal in every pond. It's not your fault. That's perfectly normal. But for them, again, being a bit older as well, the tolerance is going to be a lot less to it. So you've got that. You've probably not had the parasite problems because of this self-sustaining sort of ecosystem that they've lived in that's found this balance. So you sort of compound it all